Well, it says that we're live, Bill. So, we're going to find out. And such, it says, there's something. Do you want to be the first to tag Billy Smith in this video? Yeah, tag the weasel. Tag almost sounds like a song, right? Like an old cartoon. Tag the weasel, tag the weasel, tag the weasel.
All right, there it is.
So you there? Okay. Is it showing you?
I'm going to share it. Hold on a second.
Oh, that's what I mean. You got it, brother. You got it, brother. Hi, everybody that can hear us. You're getting a little preview on... And there it is. Billy Smith is watching. Bring them on camera. You're going to be on camera. You're actually on it. So.
Hello, folks.
Hey, guys. John Harris, Billy Smith. We're doing the Public John podcast, and I'm making my way to the camera as we speak. Oh, look, there's two things already, and I hope one of them says, and no, it doesn't.
It says share, but then it tells me to send it to somebody. I don't want to send it to somebody.
No, you just want to share it. So we're working out the Facebook thing here, folks. Give us just a second. And in a minute, and there it is. Mine's up. It says live. We've been live. We're doing a little pre-game, pre-show action here. We'll be on, I'm hoping, Wildfire Radio at 7. In full show mode. If you can see us, you can probably see the phone number. You can call in at 603-6, I'll read it again, 609-363-3249. And we're going to take call-ins, or at least try to. And then, as well as your feedback and interaction on Facebook Live. So, and we're going to try to get to a few things, and we're going to have some fun. And if you guys are along for the ride, that'd be great. If you're not, that's cool too. But we're not on radio yet, Bill, but that's my call until about a couple more minutes. We might go on a couple minutes early.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go right now. I want to get this going this way. Let's do that and that. Here we go. And I need to lower the volume there. This way. Let's do that and that. Here we go. And there we go. And I just want to see if I'm in the shot. And I am. But we don't look centered. See? That's why I go on a couple minutes early. I mean, we're in it.
Okay.
I would say move it that way, towards your side a little bit. Alright. What do you see there? There's my hand.
That should do it.
Alright, yeah, that looks better right there. According to this, anyway. And, actually, it looks like you might be able to see the phone number. At least I can, for some reason. I don't know why it's showing, but that's fine. 609-363-3249. Can you see that on your feed? Yeah, you can. So, that's what that says, Bill. 609-363-3249. So go ahead and give us a call if you want, or Facebook Live. We're going to have it right here. We'll be watching that part. Hey, Chrissy Yacovelli's watching. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? Margie Homan's watching. Margie, we're going to give your movie review in a little bit. That's it right there, Bill. I'll ask you for it in a little while. You can leave it there for now.
Happy Hump Day to everybody.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
What day is it?
Hump Day.
What day is it? I know you can hear me. What day is it? Mike. What day is it?
My son hates that. He does. He used to do it all the time.
The visual's great, but after a while it's like, oh my god. Yeah. But some of them are kind of funny to see them bringing them back. That's pretty cool. So, couple more minutes and we'll be on Wildfire Live Radio. If you're watching but you got to run away and can't watch, you can always put us on your computer or your phone, wildfireradio.com. And if it's easier, you can just go in the search field and hit the Public John, or it's wildfireradio.com/the-public-john. Also, we'll be on iTunes and Google Play, and it'll be on Wildfire as well. If you get a chance and you're watching us, remember, if you can go on iTunes and subscribe, that'd be great, because I'm not charging anything for the subscription. It's a free one. But it would be pretty cool if you guys subscribe. So that would be awesome. Just go on your iTunes or Google Play podcast, subscribe to to the public, John, that'd be awesome. Hey, Janine Fisk is Smith. She's watching. Janine Smith. She's watching.
Hello, wavy.
Hi, wavy. Oh, I shouldn't say that, should I?
Uh,
I'm gonna say it anyway. It doesn't matter. It's a pretty well known secret by now. So much for secret.
yeah.
So
That's why I work midnights.
that's why you work midnights. Somebody's got to be around to help, and that I sacrifice
You
myself for my
sacrifice
friends.
yourself. You got it.
I know. You know what? I think we're gonna try and hit this, Bill. Oh, it looks like I might be a little loud, so I'm gonna go down a little bit, and that's why we go on early. Janine Smith says, I think she says I. Oh,
Hi.
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 I'm going to go ahead and see what happens here. And if we connect, yes, we are connected, Bill, according to this. So we're recording and we are on Wildfire Radio right now as we speak. So welcome, everybody. We hope we hear from you guys. You can see there's a call-in number there, 609-363-3249. I believe the number is on your screen, which actually I kind of like.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it wasn't on purpose, but I'm all right with that. Oh, that's not. I'm thinking it's a graphic.
No,
it's us. It's a number. It's a piece of paper with a number. I'm sitting there going, how did I do that? I like that. That looks really good there. Oh, crap. It's just a piece of paper. Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's CGI. It's an after effect we've added. Shh, quiet, Bill. You gave my stuff away. So, I'm here with the awesome Billy Smith. Thanks, Bill, for coming on again.
My pleasure.
Even though it is a tough
pleasure.
week for you, it's our pleasure. But we gotta break the ice. You guys know what happened this past weekend, so we might as well get it over with. Your sister's watching, Josephine. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, she says hi to both of us. So, hi, Josephine. You tuned in just in time. Maybe we should leave it for later till we have a little bigger audience.
That's fine.
He's like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. You know what? We're going to do it because they can go back and watch later, right?
Yes, they can.
And I'll give a little play-by-play.
Yeah.
If you folks didn't know, or even if you did, last week Bill and I, we didn't really have a bet or anything like that, but we were rooting for two different playoff teams, and they faced each other this past week. It was the Kansas City Chiefs versus poor Bill's Indianapolis Colts. Reason I say poor Bill, if you notice, red and blue microphones. And if you didn't notice, because you're not watching but listening, I have a red microphone, red cover in front of me. Bill's got the Indianapolis Colts blue. He's a diehard Colts fan, has been for a long time, since you were a kid, way back in Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you remember Johnny Unitas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I was watching. I forget who it was. I think I was rooting for the Jets. And if I'm not mistaken, Earl Morrall started the Super Bowl for the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wasn't getting anything done. And all of a sudden, Johnny Unitas came in and they started moving down the field. And I'm like, the Jets are going to blow this thing. Johnny Unitas is ripping them apart. And the poor guy didn't play because his shoulder was like really bad shape. Yeah, it was torn up. But he still figured out a way to move him down the field, almost like a Willis Reed thing before Willis Reed. Maybe even this. Yeah, it was before that. But that kind of a thing. He came in and the Colts on offense started playing great. And it looked like, the Jets are going to blow it. But then I think a tip ball or something and a pick in the end.
That's what it was, yeah. And that's how Joe Namath came famous. Just one game, really.
That one game.
I mean, just
he played that into a whole career. Yeah,
commercials and all.
Joe Willie, pantyhose commercials and all that stuff, you know. I'm like, congratulations to you, Joe Willie. But actually, you had to know when you saw the camera panning up the legs. They're not that nice. And then all of a sudden, now I know why. You know,
seen better legs on a pool table.
On a pool table, carved up and beat up and moved around. Yeah. Oh man. Albert Casper says, "Hey, what up, Albert?
What's up,
What's going on, man? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family's friends, or whoever that we're on. We're on wildfireradio.com right now. We are streaming live, so that's working. We're also obviously on Facebook Live. And you can call in at 609-363-3249. Paul Merritt's on. Paul, if you haven't been able to listen to the previous episodes, which I'm going to post something, Albert, they are on YouTube, and of course it's on Facebook Live as well. And it is on, theirs was lucky number 13. Okay. It was episode 13. Albert and Paul were on. Paul works with Albert at the power washing thing. At Casper's Power Washing. a sponsor of the Public John. Thank you, sir, very much. Maceo King's watching. Hey, Maceo, no pantyhose commercials for you, John. No, you don't. Good point, Maceo, because y'all don't want to see that. You think Joe Willie's legs look bad. Pool tables look at my legs and go, thank you. You're making us look good. Thank you. Paul Mayer, what up? You got to go back and watch it, at least toward the end, or listen to it on iTunes. You don't necessarily have to watch it on iTunes, obviously, and Google Play as well, and Facebook Live. And Wildfire Radio. You could go on Wildfire Radio and look up the episode as well.
Okay.
Toward the end, Paul tells a story. Paul doesn't say much during the show, that episode, but Paul's going to laugh because he knows where I'm going. He tells the most awesome story of something that happened to him in Detroit. I can't give it away because you should really listen to it. I can't tell it like Paul does. And even Albert didn't know. They're like really good friends like you and I are, they're buddies. Never heard that story. So when he said it, we were both dying. And it is hysterical, folks. Other people were telling me. So if you get a chance, go back to episode 13, and I would say within the last 10 or 15 minutes, Paul tells a story about an ATM in Detroit that he went to use. And after that, the rest Paul has to tell. It's hysterical. Dave D is watching. Dave, buddy, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Thanks for helping out Monday night. Dave is going to headline a show originally that was scheduled. I might as well segue into it since you're there, brother. That was originally scheduled for this Friday, the 18th, or the 16th, right? When is Friday?
18th.
It doesn't matter. Whatever Friday was. I've lost it already. It's gone. Whatever the 18th was, or is, it's not there anymore. Because we're not going to be at Leatherheads. There was a conflict, so something beyond Jersey Comedy's control. We can't do anything about it, except we have been able to move the show to Friday, February 1st at Leatherheads. Same time, 8 o'clock. And the same host and great headliner. Al Carroll's going to host. He's from ID, Identification TV. He's on there. Has been seen as the best comic they have on there. Also has been involved in a couple of their shows. He's on there and still currently is. He's going to host, and you've probably seen him before. We used to know him as Foul Mouth Al. He is funny. He's going to host that night and obviously tell a few jokes in between. And but Dave D is headlining.
Nice.
Because he has been all over the place. He's been in Vegas. He's been in AC.
He's a funny dude.
He is. Dave and I opened Atlantic City's playground a couple years ago. And Dave played before that. He played at Taj Mahal. He was in the Blue Velvet Room, I think it is, Dave. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the Blue Velvet Room it was called. He played in there. But like I said, we did the soft opening and the hard opening at the playground in Caesars in Atlantic City. He's played in Vegas at the LA Comedy Club inside, I can't remember the name of the casino, and I've heard it a zillion times. If you're watching, Dave, let us know if you're still hanging in there. So he's been all over. And of course, Dangerfields, we've went to Dangerfields together. He's been all through Philly and South Jersey, and he's a funny dude, and audiences like him. And he's great to other comics as well. He really helped out other comics for a while. So he's earned it, and he's damn funny. So if you get a chance, come out and see Dave D. Also, Gabby Loveland out of Philly, she's going to be there with us. And Tom Mongelli of South Jersey Comic, he's also has a podcast going. Tom, if you tune in, let me know the name of the podcast, and we'll let everybody know. Janine says she thought it was just the Blue Room, and you may be right. February 1st, Dave says, double down booking, bitches. So, double down booking. It was just the Blue Room, right, Dave? Let me know if you're still on.
I want to say hi to my friend Raymond Acevedo, who's watching us. Raymond's a real good guy. He has a landscaping business. He also does plowing when it snows, you know.
Oh,
so
yeah?
Came to
I saw him the other day, yeah. He actually liked
nice
the page
guy.
the other
Thanks
day.
for tuning in, Raymond.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks. So you may get some extra people that I won't get because I'm on the Public John page or my page.
I know. I should be on the public. John,
that's all right. I may have missed it.
Yeah, because I got Dave. There's Dave.
There's Dave, Joe. I may have missed it, or maybe I'm behind. I don't know. So we'll just keep monitoring both, and thank you guys. But we want to thank you for tuning in to the Public John podcast on wildfireradio.com. Obviously on Facebook Live if you're watching us. If you're listening, you can also go back and listen to us again on iTunes under the Public John podcast and Google Play as well. And the video will be up on YouTube within a day or two if you want to go back and watch this. So you might be right. Blue Velvet sounds familiar. Yeah, Dave did the Blue Velvet Room. I remember that. And whoa, what did I do there? There we go. Let me see. What's he got? Yeah, Blue Velvet Room, Dave says. Yeah. Almost like a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket it was named after, I guess. Hey, baby, come to my room. You know what I'm saying? That was at the Taj Mahal, and Dave said he used to love that room. It was a nice room. I never got to play there because, I was just starting out there. Actually, it may have closed up just as I was starting. So, something. Blue Velvet Room, Blue Velvet Theater, whatever it was.
There's Dave taking a dump on the industry, the public.
Yeah, that's what he says. John Harris taking a dump on the industry. That'll teach you weasels to ignore me. My friend Joe's watching from Kansas, so we are I don't think intercontinental, but we are interstate.
Yeah, interstate.
Just off Interstate 70. So we are national. Thanks, Joe, for tuning in. Appreciate it. She's the bomb, I'm telling you what. She's awesome. So we've got, I think everybody caught up to date. Maceo was funny. Yeah, John, whatever you do, no pantyhose commercials like Joe Willie Namath, and he's dead on. We're going to have to get to a couple things, and we might as well get one out of the way, unfortunately, Bill. We've got some people watching, and we got to do this. I'll try to describe the play-by-play for you, folks. Like I said, Billy and I were rooting for two different teams playing each other in the playoffs. It was winner keep going, loser go home. So Billy's team had to pack their bags and get on the bus to the plane or whatever. So Billy, for dinner tonight, is having KCFC. Kansas City Fried Crow, baby. Here we go, Bill. If you're watching, got a little crow meat for Bill to eat here. Looks like it's extra crispy crow there, Bill. So there it is. What?
It's like one of the Colts dropping the ball.
It's like, I was just going to say, it's like Eric Ebron trying to catch a pass the other day. He just dropped it. There it is. There was also the Blue Light Tavern or something like that.
You sure it's a crow?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
Because it tastes like seagull.
Oh, it could be seagull. You know what it might be? Well, actually, I won't do that to you. You're already in. But football's over for you, my friend, except for just watching good games, maybe.
Yeah. It's a tough one, but hey, the better team did win.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. They did, but there were some breaks that could have went the other way to make it a lot closer game. But it's unfortunate. I think there were drop passes. Orioles made a lot of mistakes at the line.
Orioles,
Colts. Woo! I got birds and crows on the brain. Yeah. But they a lot of drop passes in the beginning, but a lot of problems at the line, like illegal procedure, lining up in the neutral zone, things like that, and they were just giving away
stupid penalty.
5 yards.
Instead of watching the ball,
third down and 9 suddenly became 3rd and 4 for the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Very makeable. Mm-hmm. So a lot of mistakes. Otherwise, and didn't Vinatieri miss? Did he miss a point after a chip shot field? He missed both, right? A chip shot field goal and a
time to hang it up.
Yeah, time for
a good career there.
Yeah, when your AARP card comes to your football locker, chances are it's time to go. Yeah, time to go.
No, Dave Dudley said, "Drop like Jeffries."
Yeah, drop like Jeffries. Yeah. And that's a shame. Don't get me wrong. I'm an Eagles fan. Yeah. I know I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm also an Eagles fan. So that broke my heart a little bit too. The other thing that's a saving grace for me is, like Billy said, he was rooting for the Saints the other night. For me, he sacrificed himself for me because he knows if the Chiefs and Eagles played in the Super Bowl, I would probably not be able to watch it. That's how bad it is. So,
but I told you it's a win-win. I mean,
it's a win-win.
Unless it ends at a time.
Well, it won't end at a time.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
It's also a lose-lose. So no matter which way I go.
But you know what? One good thing about.
You're right. I probably would have watched it and would have been happy for. I just would have liked to hope it was a good game.
Right. That's all you.
That's all you ask for at this point. But I like that. You're right, Dave. KFC Crow Martin says KCFC Kansas City. Fried crow.
Yeah. But the one good thing about my Colts losing, that weekend was because the Cowgirls and the Beagles, they both. I mean Eagles. I'm sorry. They both lost.
I'm sorry. You're not sorry.
No. Sorry, but not sorry.
I'm sorry.
But
no, I'm not sorry.
Facebook could be just so overwhelming with like the different posts and everything. And
yeah, not just sports, but you're right. Sports, it becomes that way too. People just, man, you know, it used to be quote unquote social media. You could meet up with friends and relatives or long distance. You could talk to each other if you needed to. But now everybody wants to put on their political viewpoints.
Right.
They want to really have, and it's not just that, but they're insulting. People insult each other if you think the other way.
Yeah.
And that's the part that bothers me. You got a right to like the Colts, and I understand
Yeah,
that. I mean, why would I go, oh, the Colts suck, rah, 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 the Cowgirls, oh, the Cowgirls, and then you show all kinds of, you know, don't get me wrong, sometimes a meme is funny if it's not
Right. Yeah.
mean-spirited.
Right.
But sometimes people just go overboard, and, you know, and you wish violence, or you do, you know, there you go, boom, you see a play. Come on, folks, just lighten up a little bit. Sports is entertainment.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you got to do it, it's entertainment.
They're not getting paid, you know. I mean, unless you're betting on the game. But,
Yeah,
you know,
well, then that's a whole different story, and that's probably why some of these folks feel like they do. They cost me thousands.
But I do have to give Eagle fans, you know, some props. You know what that could be?
I don't know what that could be. I'm afraid to find out, Bill.
They know how to spell one word correctly.
Oh, and
That's
Bill?
Eagles. Eagles. That's it. I think that's their whole vocabulary. I just don't. I know. I'm going to get some lashback here. I'm waiting
Send your
for it.
cards and letters to Bill Smith at P.O. Box Crap. Shitsville.com.
It's a fumble.
It's a fumble. Billy dropped the envelope. It was the Colt picking up the mail. Eric Ebron, postmaster. Hey, two guys that can work for my friend Al Casper over at the Casper's Power Washing. Eric Ebron and Alshon Jeffries.
There you go.
The only problem is make sure you duct tape the power washer to their hands because they'll probably drop it. That's wrong. I just made that up. That's good. It's a football joke. If you don't like football, it doesn't matter. But let me see. Oh, Janine says, yeah, give the Colts their credit, and I do. They started out really, really bad.
They started off 1-5.
Yeah, and they won. What was it? 8 of their last 9.
9 out of 10. Yeah.
They showed a lot of improvement. They're going to be a good team. Mm-hmm. I think they're just a player or two short. I think they're going to be a really good team for years to come.
Well coached.
Yep. Yeah. Amen, John. Some people have no perspective.
Seymour.
You're right. Yeah. Seymour.
Definitely need to lighten up.
Seymour?
Seymour.
Seymour? What? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. All right. So.
Feel free to join in, guys. Ask some questions.
Feel free to interact with us. Jessica Thompson's watching. Jessica Thompson is awesome. She used to come to all our shows at Sharky's every Tuesday night, almost without fail. She used to come, and she is a great supporter. Jessica, I hope I see you out when Dave's headlining at Leatherheads February 1st. I hope you get a chance to come out because it'll be good to see you. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see her anyway because I see her working she's working out all the time at Planet Fitness, and I'll bet she's crushing it. It looks like she's So
does she personally train? I could use a trainer.
You need a. Well, I do too. No, if I don't need a trainer, I just. I need a trainer. I just don't want one. Yeah. So yeah, if you get a chance, Jessica, it'd be nice to see you. Okay. Yeah, we knew what you meant, Margie. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's what we mean on Facebook. Yeah. So football season's almost over for you, man. What do you got to look forward to?
Well, of course not the Flyers because they stink too.
Oh, they're terrible. The only thing you can hope for the Flyers is that.
I just want.
And of course, the other night they had a chance to lose the game and they scored 7 goals.
I'd rather see them lose and get the number one pick.
Get the number one pick.
That's how I look at it.
It's a lottery thing anyway. That's
they would probably get screwed.
So they probably get screwed with that.
But now spring training's around the corner.
Baseball fever. That's right. Yeah, you're looking forward to what? What?
Probably only the first 2 weeks.
Who's your favorite team, Bill?
All right, the Orioles, the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay, so Bill's got a bird theme going on tonight because he ate Kansas City Fried Crow, and he's an Orioles fan. Hey, you know what I saw on Major League Network today on MLB Network?
No, what you
the Orioles' magic number.
What is that?
It's already 1. 1 and they're out. 1 loss, they're gone. The magic number for the Orioles to be eliminated is Strike one! Your season started and it's over, and thanks for tuning in to Camden Yards.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got to play at a place like Camden Yards, which is named after Camden. It's not going to go well, sorry, not for a while.
But y'all have
Plus, you need an owner that spends more than like the quarter he would put in this slot
what a
or something.
cheapskate he is.
Oh
but,
man, everybody's
so
like, it's going to be
I'll
great.
look forward to the first week, and then when they're out of it, it's
Yeah, then it's over. Yeah, so, but hey, you got a week. You never know. You never know. They might sign somebody like Michael Franco or something. Ooh. Lynn Evans. Oh, Lynn's got a different message. Lynn, nice. You're not watching. That's right. She's on a messenger. I'll have to head up with her later. But that's good news we just got. So yeah, Billy's team's the Orioles. So it's going to be a tough sports year for Bill. Look, he does like the Flyers, and they're in the tank.
Yeah,
they're in the fish tank.
No,
so
it must be the orange and black thing.
It's
like
an orange. That's true.
It's
Orange
black and blue. It's
Wow,
orange and black.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. So we got that out of the way. I want to move on, Bill, because you're gonna feel bad enough the rest of the night. So I don't want you to. But hey, good job with the crop.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There we go. Before we go any further, we're to talk a little bit more about some football. We got a movie review for you guys, some more comedy show updates and stuff maybe, and Bill and I will just talk about whatever we feel like talking about because that's what we do. That's what we do. Woohoo! Before I do, I want to mention we mentioned him already. It was Albert Casper. I want to talk about Casper's power washing because every time. To February 1st. Oh, okay. I'm getting other things here as we go on too, and I apologize for that, folks. I'm getting distracted. Albert Casper's Power Washing over in Bridgeton. It's based out of Bridgeton, I believe, but all up and down South Jersey, everywhere from all the way up in Camden, I think Cherry Hill area. They'll go all the way to Cape May, and I'll tell you what. Before you go painting your house and spending a lot of money and taking a lot of time. Or before you decide to spend a lot of money on putting on vinyl siding or anything like that, if your house, like the paint chips and stuff, aren't working, just do yourselves a favor and check out power washing first. Call Casper's Power Washing. As they say, get down with a ghost. You can check them out on Facebook. You can check them out on their website. It's Casper's Power Washing. Let me tell you something. I've seen some buildings they've done, and they have on their website and Facebook some before and after pictures. And you would think, Bill, that these houses were repainted by the time they got done with them. No. I mean, and it's only like 2-3 hours. They'll come over, they'll give you a quick estimate. Here's how long it'll take. Here's how much it is. It's cheaper than painting the whole house. It's a lot cheaper than putting vinyl siding on. But it's not just houses and things they'll do. They'll do decks for you. Anything that can be power washed, they'll do for you. So give them a call, look them up. That's Casper's Power Washing. Check them out. And we get a chance later on, we'll look up the phone number for you. I apologize, I had it here and I can't find it at the moment. I get a chance, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I might be calling them because, I mean, we have our own power washer too, but with us having a raised ranch, it's just so tough to, without a big ladder, it's just so tough. So I may be giving them a call. And
yeah, that'd be good. He'll come out and give you an estimate and give you a quick peek. That's Casper's Power Washing, and as they say, get down with the ghost. Clean up with the ghost, baby.
There you go.
That's Casper's Power Washing. We'll look up the phone number for you, but you can check them out on their Facebook page and their website. They do great work, folks. Bunch of hard-working guys, and they go out there and they just take it over, man. They're great guys. So we want to thank Albert for sponsoring the show. But Albert can tell you, and other people can tell you, that I won't take you as a sponsor unless I as a business sponsor, unless I believe in what they're doing, because integrity is important to me. But I've seen their work, and I know these guys, and I went and checked them out and seen some things, and they're on it. They're great. So now, thank you, Albert. I hope you guys are still watching and spread the word. And my friend Billy's probably going to give you a call because he has a power washer, but there's a big difference between an industrial one.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And it makes it a lot quicker. So, okay, so we're going to get back to a couple things we like. Actually, Bill, if you can hand me that official document there. We have started the segment. We've done 2. We're going to do our 3rd. I think I've done 2. I know I did one last week. Yes, I've done 2. This is our third one. We're gonna do a little movie review tonight. Movie reviews are sponsored by a friend of ours, a friend of the show, a friend of comedy in South Jersey, and a fledgling comedian herself. Like that, fledgling. I'm not even sure I used it right, but I wanted to say it. I don't know why. It's just fledgling. It almost sounds like something you should get done to your teeth.
Yeah.
I'm going to the dentist. Why? He says I got to get some fledgling done. I got to get that fledgling done. What's fledgling? I don't know. Something with cavity with fledgling. I don't know. Something. So movie reviews brought to you by Margie Homan. Like I said, a friend of Jersey Comedy, a friend of Leatherhead Comedy Club, and a friend of mine, and a friend of the Public John Podcast. So we want to thank her. She's sponsoring the movie review, and this week's review is she reviewed the movie Vice. So she's doing this particular movie review. I've done a couple. If you guys are interested in doing a movie review, you don't have to sponsor anything. The sponsor part's taken care of. But if you're interested, let me know on the Public John page. You can leave a message. Or I think we still have the little sign up here that tells you to email, the publicjohn@outlook.com. Let me know if you want to do a review. I'll read your review, or if it's an area where we're at when I'm on the road traveling with the podcast, maybe we can have you meet up with me there. So, in that vein, let's take a look, and we're going to do Margie's review, which is Vice. It was directed and written by Adam McKay, and she even explains who Adam McKay is for those of you that don't know. He is the director from Anchorman. And does a lot of the stuff with Will Ferrell and some of the guys. Also, I think he's part of Funny or Die, the website, with Will Ferrell. I'm pretty sure he's got his hand in that as well. The main cast, but I don't think this is a comedy. There might be some funny moments, and I'll read the review here, and I'm probably going to want to go see it eventually. The main cast, Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney. I've seen the trailers. And I'll tell you what, the makeup on him, it does. He looks like Dick Cheney. And Christian Bale in real life does not look like Chris. No, not even close. So, Amy Adams plays Lynn Cheney. I like Amy Adams a lot. I do. Steve Carell plays Donald Rumsfeld. Oh, I bet that's a good makeup job too. I saw the Sam Rockwell. He plays George W. Bush. I saw that. He looks like George Bush. I mean, the makeup to me and all the prosthetic masks and everything really look good. Tyler Perry plays Colin Powell. I didn't see what he looked like there. And Jesse Plemons. Plemons is the narrator and a war vet. They're your main cast of characters. Margie's review here says that it is a biopic. It is a dark comedy of one of the most secretive and powerful men in Washington, Dick Cheney, which a lot of people usually thought that Dick Cheney was really acting like the president all those years and not George Bush. But one would think that such a subject will be dull and irritating. Quite the contrary, Margie says. Adam McKay takes us on a journey filled with dark humor to tell us how Cheney became Cheney. He opens with a young Cheney being stopped for a DWI and after being asked to leave Yale, for partying. Oh no, not that.
Come on, Dick.
Oh, come on, Dick. Lynn Cheney, his wife, gives him an ultimatum and reveals her own aspiration for power and how Cheney is that vehicle to obtain it. That's an interesting viewpoint. This sets the tone for the rest of the movie, the quest for power and keeping it. The Cheneys are partners in crime in their quest. Dun, dun, dun. It takes him to Washington where he becomes an aide to Donald Rumsfeld, played with perfect sleaziness by Steve Carell. Ooh, sleaziness. Ooh, that makes you think there's a little more meets the eye, huh? It's here that Cheney learns the ins and outs of the political machine. Cheney wanted to emulate Rumsfeld during the Nixon years, but surpassed him in ruthlessness later on. Ooh, interesting. The director uses a narrator and flashbacks to flesh out Cheney to give background and depth. At one point, the narrator hints to a more personal connection to Cheney, which is revealed in the end. Sam Rockwell plays George W. as an amiable puppet to Cheney's puppet master, which is what most people were thinking at the time. In fact, it is a recurring theme. A recurring theme is Cheney fly fishing. When he reels in a deal, the image appears as an analogy. A quote from the movie sums it up. Beware the quiet man For while others speak, he watched, and while others act, he plans. And when they finally rest, he strikes. Sounds almost like a snake. Or one of my ex-wives. Same thing. I had to get an ex-wife joke in there. And every day there's an ex-wife joke. I think the streak is well past DiMaggio's. Margie says she would recommend the movie, if not for the subject matter, but for the matter, I should re-emphasize restate how that. I would recommend the movie, if not for the subject matter, but for the masterclass in acting you will see. Okay. In other words, great acting. I had to do that. I had to clear that up for me, folks. I think she made it plain. I just didn't. Also, for the director's choices in his storytelling, it would have been a dry biopic, but he threw in irreverent humor. Excellent. Adam McKay is known for that. He tried to describe the complexities of Cheney's life and the choices he made that affected the nation's direction, often for the worst. So there you go. So Margie says she would recommend it. It is funny. And I think probably you could say it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. If it's funny, it's funny.
It's funny.
You know what I mean? So
I wonder how many tomatoes she would give it.
I don't know. I don't want to give it tomatoes because that's what everybody else has. How many pieces of fried crow?
Crow.
Sorry, Bill. No. Well, Bill the other night woke up to this sound. Touchdown, Kansas City! Oh, sorry. I guess I'm really not that sorry. I wouldn't have done that. Let me see. Oh, Zach Reed's watching. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Bubby B, what up, girl? Is watching. Some folks from Quinn Broadcasting, so thank you guys for watching and tuning in. So there was Margie's movie review. She says, go see Vice. It's funny. It's well acted. Supposedly a biopic. How much of it is true, we don't know, but I'm sure it's entertaining. And the perspective that the movie shows is pretty much what the perspective of a lot of American people thought. So, and apparently Adam McKay points fun at it. Mm-hmm. So, and I like most of his stuff, so it's okay to poke fun at that. So why not?
I'd like to go see the Mule with Clint Eastwood. So if anybody could respond back if it was worth going to see.
If anybody has seen the Mule already, please let us know. If they haven't,
I don't go to the movies often.
No?
I wait for them to come.
Wait for them to come on TV, yo.
Yeah.
If you missed my Bird Box review, bummer.
That was all. You know what? That was.
So you didn't. I
didn't even finish watching it.
It took me a while to get started in it. Well, like I told you, we talked about it last night or Monday night, and the first half hour, I had to stop at 10 minutes in, go get a cup of coffee. Then I tried to watch a little more, and I had to stop it and go do something else for a couple minutes. Not long.
Right.
I just couldn't. I'm sure it was the ADD in me. I just couldn't sit there. After a while, I finally got a little bit into the story and was able to get through it after. But it was a little tough.
But then you got idiots now driving around with blindfolds on. Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, exactly. Now there's Bird Box challenges. Jeez,
Call me afraid.
The
best thing about that was Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, or as Dave D would say, Julia Roberts. Dave, if you're still watching, Sandra Bullock / Julia Roberts. Is there anything those two women aren't good at? Seriously. I mean, I don't think
personally, I don't know about that.
You don't know? Well, that's true. I haven't exactly, they haven't cooked me a dinner or anything, so I don't know. They might suck at that. That's true. Well, the one time Julie and I, never mind. Oh, no, he had to go there. Oh, what a lying fat bastard. We'll let Margie say how many, I don't want to say tomatoes.
How many footballs?
First off, this week it'll be how many footballs? 1 to 5. So, okay. I don't know what that says, so I can't. I'm having a vision problem today, buddy. But that happens. Those things happen. Thanks, folks, for tuning in so far. Bill and I are gonna go into a couple of things here. We got some other things to do. I'm gonna let you know. We already discussed this Friday's postponed comedy event, but we've got a couple more coming up. The one on February 1st, where Dave D is headlining. That's going to be a great show. Tickets are available for that either at the door or on brownpapertickets.com. We're going to keep the prices, I think, at like $10 for a little while, Bill, because it's a tough time of year, and the whole thing for us was to make comedy shows affordable. So, give people, you can't go to Atlantic City and Philly and New York. Sometimes it's expensive just to go.
That's a great price, because I think people want, eat and drink and
you want to have somebody eat and drink. You don't want to come in and have to drink a glass of water. And we don't have any. Most of them, there are no minimums for things. Parking's usually free. So February 1st is one. We're lining one up for February 16th in Elmer at New Dodges Market. We had one in December. Real nice place. Second floor room. Real nice. Beautiful place. That one we'll let you know more about. It's going to be a ladies' night show. Female host, female cast.
Sign me up.
Everybody, sign you up. Bill's going to put on a wig and pretend he's female. Wilma's going to be there. If you're Wilma, since it's so close to Valentine's Day, instead of Wilma, the only guy we'll let on is if you dress in an adult diaper as Cupid. He's not going to do that.
I did not say
He
that.
did. No, he didn't. He just thought about it and went, you got no shot. And I don't
think anybody wants to see it.
No, that's the other part too.
I mean, I might.
You'd be pointing at me going,
I might have to go now to do it, but
John. Yeah, you have the cojones to
show.
do it. But and the next thing you know, no, it's an all-female lineup, female host, everything. Come on out, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. That one is probably going to be a little more, but it's going to include dinner. So keep an eye on the Jersey Comedy Republic John pages for that.
There's some other people out there. I mean, Margie's the only one saying things.
Guys, you can interact. The phone is on. The phone is live. It is.
Let's go.
603.
Let's wake up.
What is that? I can't say. 603-363. I can't. 3249. We're old. I'm old.
363.
It's bigger here. 363-3249. 609 area code. You can give us a call and we'll put you right on. Otherwise, you can interact with us on Facebook. You're watching and listening to Public John Podcast.
Feel free to any subject you guys want, any questions, whatever it is.
John, how come plastic surgery didn't work for you? Whatever it takes, folks. I thought you had liposuction, John. Apparently the vacuum died. Whatever it takes, folks. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I had somebody one time come up to me, and of course that type of humor when you make fun of yourself is called self-deprecating. I had somebody come up to me, what's really funny about you? You do that self-defecating you. What are you saying? I crap myself? What are you talking about? I know, I guess I crap over myself verbally, but that's not really what I mean. It's not self-defecating. Yeah. Okay. But those things happen. Hey, Nicole,
my daughter's home from Florida. And
Chris Hayes, a buddy of mine. I don't know if you saw Chris. He was at Leatherheads one night with me, Andy, Julia. I can't remember.
No, because I've never been to Leatherheads.
Oh, you hadn't been to Leatherheads yet? Okay. Chris is funny as hell. Same old thing though. Sometimes you got to choose your job over comedy and stuff because you got to make a living. But I'll tell you what, you get a chance to see Chris, or if I get a chance to get him on a show again, I probably will, because I'll tell you what, he's funny as hell. He cracks me up. So, Chris, thanks for watching. Nicole, you guys want to comment to us? You can, obviously. But until then, we'll just keep watching this and keep watching both of our feeds. And since we're doing that, we will know that you had to change the. We're going to have another show at Leatherheads actually on the 22nd. That's a Friday night as well. Not sure who's going to be on that one yet. I think Spencer Prescott might be on. You may have seen Spencer. And a couple other folks. I think Gabby Loveland's going to be on again. She's awesome. So we got a couple people that we're going to look at, and I'm waiting to hear back from. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the one on the 1st is, I've already said Dave D. Al Carroll's going to host. Big Chuck is going to give us a few minutes, and he's going to DJ as well. So he's doing a little double duty there. And a couple other people we have lined up are going to be great. Tom Angeli, Gabby Loveland again. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll probably be the guy sitting back in the room laughing. That's my goal for the night. I'm going
night.
to introduce Al, say he's your host. I'm out. Peace out. I'll be the guy in the back making sure I'm disobeying every doctor's order that I've been given. So, except, well, not everyone. I'll have to go outside to smoke a cigar. But other than that, I'm good. Phil Morris is watching. Hey, Phil. And Josh.
Josh.
Hola, mi amigos. Yeah. Well, he's trying to speak some Spanish shit.
The Fro Bro.
The Fro Bro. Yeah. He's trying to speak some Spanish shit, man. You gotta be careful with that, man, in this neighborhood. You know. So a lot of fun and a lot of fun we're having out there at these clubs. So next deal, Bill, we're gonna go back. You guys can write these down because they did last week. I think I missed the Eagles game. I picked the Saints. I think I picked New England. Albert Casper can probably tell me. I think the other ones I had correct. And I said I picked the Eagles because of my heart. You know, I really did want them to win. I thought they had a shot.
They did have a shot.
They did. And the Chiefs I picked, I really did think, and luckily I was right. I really thought it wasn't going to be that close, and it wasn't. So, but it wasn't a knock on Indy. They had chances. I just thought they shot themselves in the foot all day long.
Absolutely.
Chargers and Patriots. At this time of year, I despise New England. I mean, I just, I don't like them. I hate
Brady and Belichick.
BGB with Gronkowski, even though he didn't, he's not the same.
Nah.
But a lot of people, he's not the same. Well, he's been beat up. Look at some of his medical stuff, and geez, you're going to see this guy. If he retires, he's going to retire before he's 30. I don't blame him. He's so beat up. He's got pins in him. He's got all kinds of stuff, and he played hard and played physical. So I don't blame him if he hangs him up. So it was a good weekend for football, but there really were no upsets. No. The closest thing to an upset was the Eagles game. Yeah, everybody thought they were going to get beat by a lot more than they did. And they weren't going to play as tough. And they shot themselves in the foot, kind of like Indy did.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Well, one was a penalty. They had him stopped, and they're getting ready to punt, and then I think Michael Bennett got called for taunting.
Yeah.
After he sacked somebody or something. And
boom!
Next thing you know, first down, and the Eagles were leading then, and we're going to get the ball back. And some of these guys. Don't get me wrong. Some of the rules that they have are really silly.
Right.
I mean, if you're standing over a guy, that's different.
Right.
But if you're just there and you're not in his face and you're walking away, hey, guy, something, who knows? It's football, and you're walking away, they shouldn't throw a flag. Yeah. It's over. Let it go. So sometimes the referees are just
they make the game for themselves. The referees.
Yeah, it's just sometimes they want to hear their name. I don't know what they're doing, or they want to be part of the game. The best referee, I had a great umpire tell me one time, and he's dead right, and we've all heard it on TV and stuff before since. But Bill and I have coached and umpired all kinds of things. I remember one of the best umpires I ever worked with told me one thing. Just remember, when I first started out, before they were saying it on TV and everything else, he says, just remember, the best umpire is the guy nobody remembers at the end of the game. Yeah. If nobody knows you're there, you did your job. And that's, you just want the game to go smooth. Everybody have fun, especially if it's a rec game or something. Everybody have fun. That's what you're out there for. So, so we're going to go from there. Okay, so we've got some football this week, brother.
Yes.
Okay. We got two big games. The AFC and NFC championships. We can go in order they're going to be played in, I would guess. The NFC championship is
3 o'clock.
The Rams, and in New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
I want to almost call them the St. Louis Rams.
The line is New Orleans minus 3.5.
Really? That's all?
And the over-under is 56.5.
Man, I would take some money to go to Atlantic City. I think the 56.5 might be low with those two teams.
And I think they scored like 80 points the first time they played each other.
Yeah, I would.
But
don't get me wrong. Both New Orleans defense is a lot better. I think New Orleans is going to win, and I think they'll cover.
Okay.
That's me personally. I guess I'll give you my pick now.
Go ahead.
I would give you New Orleans now. I think their defense is better than the Rams' defense. The Rams have a great defensive line with Darnold and Sue, but I just don't. Their secondary isn't that good. I think Breeze can pick them apart, and even though the Rams have Gurley, the Saints have a couple more weapons.
Right.
You know, they have Kamara.
Well, they got Kamara,
They
Michael
have
Thomas.
Thomas.
Other than receiver wise, they don't really scare me too much.
Yeah,
I'm taking.
Kamara will
I'm
catch
gonna,
balls out of the backfield.
the Saints may win, but I'm going to take the 3.5.
The 3.5.
That extra half point.
Yeah.
Is what I.
You're going to take it, huh?
Yeah, I'll take the Rams in the 3.5.
Wow, Rams and 3.5.
Yeah.
Actually, that might not be a bad bet. I still think the 56 is going to get
56.5. Yeah, I would definitely
I
take
would go
the
over on that.
Over on that.
Yep. But well, there's one to figure out. Billy's taking the Rams.
I have the Rams.
Are you taking the Rams straight up? Actually, I know you're taking the 3.5 on the bet.
Right.
If you're betting, you're taking the Rams.
Right. I'm betting. That's all that is. That's all I'm letting.
That's all you're doing is the
Yeah.
betting. You're not doing head to head.
Oh.
Who do you think is going to win head to head?
I'll take the Rams still.
Still taking the Rams on the upset. All right. So Billy's taking the Los Angeles Rams in an upset over the Saints. And of course, that also automatically means if he's doing that, he would take the 3.5.
And the betting purposes is just for fun, you know.
Just for fun.
We
don't go to Atlantic City and bet.
You're responsible, and the good thing is Atlantic City has their sports betting now, and it's great and everything. But
yes.
Don't take my advice. Do it on your own. Just
right.
you know.
Look everything up. Don't. Yeah. We're making picks and we look stuff up, but do some research yourself, folks, because it's very important. Believe me, I've seen people that haven't. And I saw a guy take a college game one time. It was Oklahoma versus, I don't know, Mullica Township State. It was like that. And the line was 60. He took the Mullica Township, whatever the team was. I can't remember the team.
Right.
And I just went,
dude,
60. You don't want to do it. I'll bet against you. He goes, what do you mean? I'll take Oklahoma minus the 60.
Nah, I'll take the 60.
No. You know what? Oklahoma won like 83-6.
Was it?
Yeah, I won $100 that day. And
Yeah,
then he had bet, but he bet on it.
A lot.
I know, but this team was. It was when Oklahoma was really good, and this team was barely a team. And he bet that with a bookie. Wasn't a good move. Let's just say he bet a lot more. He paid me my 100 because he had to work with me.
Right, you had to.
The other guys, I think he ran from for a while, but that's on him.
So I'm taking the Rams minus plus 3.5. You're taking New Orleans minus 3.5.
Yep,
and we're both taking the over.
And we're both taking the over. So you got that, folks.
Okay.
There it is. All right, our next game. You know where I'm going to go, but I'll let you talk about it first. It's in Kansas City, baby.
It's in Kansas City. It's a 6:30 game. It's going to be probably single digits weather-wise.
The New England patty melts.
The patty melts.
I hate them.
I know. Johnny lived in Massachusetts.
I know. He got roughed up.
He just can't.
Literally got roughed up one day.
Loves the Red Sox, but he can't stand the Patriots.
You know what? Yeah. I loved going to the Red Sox. I loved Fenway Park. Mm-hmm. It is old-time baseball field no matter where you sit. The seats are even smaller. At the time, I was bigger. Right. So it was tough for my fat ass to sit in the seats at the time. That was like 70 pounds ago. I said, I was a big boy. But old-time field, great baseball, it's a grass field, which, I mean, most of them are. But, you get to see the monsters no matter where you sit. It was awesome. The only thing I regret is I got to sit in the right field near the pesky pole once. That was great. Sat in the right field bleachers. There's a big Dominican population in that area. If you sat in the right field bleachers, this was the days of Pedro, Manny Ramirez, Orlando, I can't remember his name, Cabrera, shortstop, John Valentin, and Big Papi had only been there a couple years. It was just before they got good. I was still there, but after June, they were winning, so you knew they were going to be special. You couldn't get into plays. The year they won 04, the World Series, 03. But great atmosphere. Everybody was really upbeat. Like you saw how fans were around here with everybody was play. That's how Boston gets, because the Red Sox. I don't care. I don't care if you New England people win. The stupid Patriots win 8, 10 friggin' Super Bowls. Don't care. The Red Sox, Boston will always be a Red Sox town. Yep. And you know it when you're up there. They live, breathe, and die Red Sox. Patriots, second place. You know, and actually, if the Celtics start doing well, the Patriots can come out and bump even more because Boston loves the Celtics.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Red Sox are the top dogs, man. And I know I interrupt you, but I was in a sports bar called the Big Dog. Great sports bar. Must have had like 75 TVs in the place. You couldn't miss a football. Every football game was on all the time. Always packed, you know, between people, maybe with a slight wager somewhere, or people that were in fantasy, and people that were just there to watch their team. Like I could walk in a Chiefs jersey. I walked in an Eagles jersey playing the Patriots one time. Oh my God. The guys literally surrounded me, and I started getting pushed and shoved and everything else, like asking me. And I wasn't the only Eagles guy in the building. I don't know why they picked me. Yeah. But they picked me. And they're like, what, unless they were going to go down one by one, and I happened to be the first. And they were pushing and shoving and all this other stuff. But I will say the owner and a lot of the locals that were around came over, made a circle around me, called the cops, and got them out of there. But there were guys shoving me around and shit, like, who the hell are you? Why you have your nerve coming in here?
That's why you can't go to a stadium.
We talked about before.
You can't go to a stadium
sports,
and cheer your
you
team
idiots.
on.
It's like, now you know why I want to stay home. I don't like humans. Here's another reason for it. You know, I mean, you're never going to convince me that going out in public is always a good thing. It's not always a good thing. The reason I don't like people. So, as far as I'm concerned, New England, if somebody said New England's out of the National Football League, all right, that's cool. Good. Who's going to replace them? Nobody? That's even better. I don't care. The day Belichick and Brady retire, I'm throwing a friggin' party. Either one. If they both retire different times, that's two parties. Because I don't like either one of them scumbags. The only guy I do like is Gronkowski. I kind of like him because he plays tough. He plays hard. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's a regular guy. You can tell. Right. I admit that I kind of like him. Mm-hmm. Everyone else, you give me a nickel, I'll throw it back to you. If you give me $100 and say, yeah, here, you got a chance to meet Tom Brady? Here's your 100. I'll give you 10 more to just drive him the fuck further away. I hate that guy. I don't even know him. I shouldn't say I hate him, but I hate him.
Spew to hate, man.
Spew to hate. I'm the guy on Facebook that's typing it.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. That's all that shit I said earlier is all bullshit, apparently, because there I am. So, all right, Bill, let's talk about the Chiefs and the Patriots, and maybe I'll tell you how I feel about it.
All right, we got Kansas City's home.
Yeah, baby.
And they're -3. So the Patriots getting 3.
Okay.
And the over-under is 55.5. Now, they met up in week 5, 6, something like that before.
It was a shootout.
And that was like 80-point score.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the over. I'm definitely gonna take the over.
Right.
Even though I think New England will try to run the ball more, so it won't be such much of a shootout, I think. But I will still take the over. And
do what you got to do, man. Don't worry
about
it.
As much as I like Kansas City to win the game, and I want to cheer, I want to cheer for them. I want to cheer for them.
Bet it.
But
tell me the bet.
If I had to bet, I'd take the Patriots in the 3.
Okay. So, well, yeah, you're getting 3.
You're getting 3.
It's New England this time of the year. They're picking.
I have to, and it's a shame because if they do, that would be 4 years in a row in the Super Bowl.
I know,
I can't.
And they're already 9 or 10 championship games in a row.
Can't. I mean, I'm going to be cheering for Kansas City, but if I was betting, I would take the Pats.
I'll tell you, I'm half tempted to go get Bill a Kansas City hat or shirt this weekend so we can get a picture of both of us in Kansas City gear. But I'm not going to do that to him. But even though he should leave Indy and come to the bright side, he should leave the dark side. And blue versus red. Who knew? Just like in the country, blue versus red. Come over to the red side, baby. I'll tell you, I'm actually kind of surprised that New England is a 3.5 point favorite. I really am. Because that means if it was in New England, they would be picking New England by 6, because usually there's that 3 point for home field advantage. 6.5. I know this is probably my heart talking, because I'm justifying why I think the Chiefs should win. But I think I am going to go with the Chiefs. I have to. I can't go against them.
KC -3.
I would take the -3, obviously. Of course, as a betting guy, you can always tease it up a little bit.
Tease it up.
Tease it up. I don't know how much, 5 or 6, something like that. I will tell you that I think they are going to smoke. Both teams will smoke that over under.
Okay.
I can't see that. What is it, 55 or something?
55.5. Yeah.
Oh, these two teams. That's no. Like the only shot would be what you said. If the Patriots run the ball a lot, so that the Chiefs don't have it very often. If they try to run it and control the game,
right,
there's a chance it could be a little lower scoring. But they've got to run it successfully too. That's a lot of ifs, and they don't run the ball that much. Michelle will run it, once in a while, but I don't think they run it much more than 18 to 20 times a game. And I think if it stays in that realm, I think the Chiefs will win.
Yeah, I just like well, I don't like it, but Belichick, he just make that second half. He makes adjustments and I'm still waiting for Andy Reid to make a couple of goofs.
Yeah, he's been a little better with the clock this year. I've noticed, but it could happen anytime. Andy Reid to me is a guy that gets a team to a certain level, like he did with the Eagles. Got them a lot better than they were when he took over. Took the Chiefs, who weren't in the playoffs, and made them a lot better than they were when he took over. And obviously they're in the championship game, so he's made them a lot better. But you got to wonder now, is this the plateau? I mean, for him to be considered, one of the greatest coaches ever, he's going to have to win a Super Bowl. But sometimes his teams are undisciplined. They don't pay attention to the clock. He doesn't pay attention to the clock. But then again, there's something to be said for the Andy Reid tree, if you want. I mean, Peterson wins a Super Bowl. He was an Andy Reid disciple. Frank Reich took the Colts from a very bad team to a playoff team in 1 year, and was the offensive coordinator for last year's Super Bowl team. So there's something to be said for all that. And of course, Andy Reid came from the Green Bay tree, which came from the Bill Walsh. So I mean, you could go all the way down up the line. I think Andy Reid needs to win a Super Bowl. This might be his best shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He got the Eagles there, and they maybe could have won that one. But I think this is the best shot. The only way it wouldn't be is if they're able to make them a little bit better next year. But I'm not going to worry about next year. I think they're good enough to win the whole thing this year. Let's go, Kansas City.
I'll be on your bandwagon.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Go Chiefs, which this has absolutely nothing to do with.
Hello, Tammy Lynn Sherbo.
Yeah, let's talk to
Teresa Olson. Hello. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to.
Questions, comments, let us know.
I'm still waiting for somebody for a review on the Mule with Clint Eastwood, if it's worth going to see.
Somebody doesn't like the Patriots because of Brady's wife. Yeah, I don't like it because Brady left his pregnant girlfriend to go date a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if I can necessarily blame him for it, but morally that's not right. I mean, his girlfriend was pregnant and says, I think I'll go out with the hot chick. Well, his girlfriend was hot. Still is. She's on TV all the time. She's in a show. She was hot. You know what I'm saying? And what? She was a little grumpy? Of course she's a little grumpy. She's pregnant with having a hormone problem. You selfish prick.
She's living with you idiot.
Yeah, and she's living with you, and you're gone half the time and acting like a jerk the rest of the time. Jackass. So morally, I have a problem with that. Not as bad as other guys who have some moral issues in the National Football League. So we're about ready to wrap up here, Bill. But again, time is like flown on by. A couple people. Yeah, I forgot about the girlfriend. Yeah. I mean, Bridget Moynihan. I think that was her name.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so. So I had a trivia question, but I didn't. I forgot about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to wrap up the show here a little bit. This has been episode number 15 of the Public John podcast. We're going strong, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, we're averaging about one a week. Every once in a while, we got to fit 2 in the same week to circumstances like this week we did. 4 to 5 episodes a month. We're having a good time doing this. Billy's been. This is like your third time on, I think. Second or third one. Here at the beautiful, palatial Public John home studios. This is a home base for us. When I do that, so when I do it at home, I like to get a hold of Billy. He's close by, and have him come here to the studio.
The lovely studio.
The lovely studio, which we have. He helped me get fixed up as well. As you can see, the Public John sign behind us. So we want to thank all you guys for listening in, tuning in. You remember you can watch us on Facebook Live, The Public John. You can also watch us, if you missed it, probably, let me see, today's what, Wednesday? By Friday, maybe even tomorrow, it'll be on YouTube, on the Public John channel. We're also on iTunes, under the Public John podcast, and Google Play podcast as well. So if you can go on any of those and subscribe, please do, because I want to be able to keep this thing going, because I have a lot of fun. And for me, that's what it's all about, Bill. It's me having fun. Talking to you guys. Remember, the whole premise of this thing was me starting again how to deal with people after for years I didn't do that. And it's been a lot of fun catching up with some folks and meeting some new folks, talking about the people I like, and going from there. So, and that's what it's all about. I'm not going to lie to you. It's all about me.
Hey, listen, folks out there. If we could just get one phone call before we leave here, because I just want to see if
you want to see if this works.
We had difficulties last time with the phone, and if somebody could give us a call and just say hey or ask a question,
you know what?
Feel free to
I'm
do
going
so.
to take down our CGI sign,
okay,
so I can read it to you, and then I'll put it back up. The number, folks, 609-363-3249. I'll repeat it again, 609-363-3249. As they say, operators are standing by. And just in case you can see it again, I'm going to hang it up in a different spot, and it doesn't look like you can see it from there. I don't think. Oh yeah, I think you can. So we'll see. Oh yeah, you can. There it is.
so somebody give us a call, please.
Give us a call. We'll hang for a couple minutes because I'm still having fun with my buddy Billy, and we're going to go from there. Want a little more crow, Bill?
No, it's a little cold now.
It's cold and but
I'll heat it up.
We're going to heat up some crow and a little extra crispy crow for Bill there. I had one more shot at him. I had to go there. Sorry. He's like, it's all right, buddy. One of these days. One of these days. You know what I saw today that's interesting? If you're a baseball fan, and I think we talked about it briefly, if you're a local Phillies baseball fan, one of the things is that supposedly the Phillies are out looking to sign Bryce Harper, Corey Kluber.
Corey Kluber.
I can never say his name.
Corey Kluber from
and Greg Kimbrell. All three they're looking to sign. Can you believe that?
Yeah. And Machado's out there.
And Machado's still out there. You know what? I'll be honest. I would rather the Phillies wait a year.
I don't know about Harper.
No, that's what I'm saying. Wait a year. I wouldn't sign Harper. Wait a year. Maybe sign Machado, Kimbrell, Kluber, and you know who you go after next year?
Who's that?
Who do you think? South Jersey boy.
Yeah.
And he hasn't signed up.
Mr. Trout.
This is the year he would sign.
I think he would sign with the Phillies. That would
I
be
think
huge.
so. I really think he would like to come home. I really do. I think he would like to play at home, which I would give the guy credit for. That's a lot of pressure to come home, be this great player, and feel like you got to deliver.
But they got $250 million.
They got, as the Phillies say, they have stupid money. Okay. Well, I'm a stupid guy, so send me some of your stupid money.
It may take 10 years, $250 million.
Yeah, it'll take more than that for Trout.
More.
It'll take. They're talking 30 or 35 million
30,
for Harper, and I think
yeah,
Trout's better than Harper.
Absolutely. Then
So you're talking 35, 38 probably.
Yeah.
10 years, $380 million maybe. He might give a discount because he won't. I think he won't comment on anything.
Yeah.
So I think there's a shot he would come home if it's a reasonable offer, and I think that would be great for the city. It would be great for the whole Delaware Valley. It'd be great for the Phillies. And I'll be honest, I'm not a Harper fan anyway. I don't like his attitude. I don't think his batting average is great. He's got some power numbers, which obviously would go up in Philly because of the ballpark.
Right.
But I don't know of anything else that would matter. to me. I think he would be great for the city, and if they signed the 2 pitchers, that would be enough for me. And I'm surprised Mike Moustakas is still out there. I think he would be a great
He'd
sign.
be a nice fit.
He'd be a nice fit. And at that point, you
Very
put him at
reasonable.
3rd. Reasonable price, good power, good hitter, and a good fielder. I'm surprised he's not signed yet, unless he's got, the agent from hell, Scott
Right.
Morris. And are you trying to call?
I'm gonna try.
You're going to try and call and see if this works? Because if it's not working...
3249.
Yes. And Bill's going to try the lines to see if it's you guys.
Since
or
you
if it's
guys
us.
are,
Let me know. Maybe it's not working. I haven't seen anybody say... No, it's
No.
working.
oh,
It is working. Where is the...
where's the speaker button?
Where's the speaker button? I knew where it was. Oh, here it is. Hello.
Hello, folks. How you doing, Johnny?
Hello. I'm doing very good, my friend.
I'd like to order a pint of pork fried rice.
Oh, you call a Spanish restaurant for the pork fried rice, my friend?
Oh, I'm sorry, senor. Wrong number.
Wrong number. Well, we know it works. It was you folks that let us down. So,
Thanks, folks.
wait, could I alienate a couple of more
Yeah.
listeners? And then
I think
viewers?
maybe it was my Eagles thing.
Maybe everybody got ticked off because you hated the Eagles.
You can spell one word.
So once you did that, it dropped off. Hey, Julius Denai, who does a lot of booking up in New York City, Dangerfields, Broadway, all that. Julius, thanks for tuning in for a couple minutes. We appreciate it. We're almost off, but we're sticking on for a couple minutes because my friend Bill here wanted to try the call-in number, and we found out that he could call in, and that neither one of us are politically correct. So we found that out. John Perino, a buddy of mine from up in Staten Island, I think. John, you're in Staten Island, right? I know you're up in New York. Thank you for tuning in. You never notice, we have that happen sometimes at 8 o'clock, sometimes some people tune in.
Yeah,
That's why I
maybe,
stay on a couple extra minutes.
Yeah.
Thinking about changing
Yeah,
the
maybe
time
change it up
from
from
7:30 to 8:30
or 7:30, 30, or 8.
Yeah, I don't want to make it
9,
too late, but yeah, sometimes some of the folks can't get to it.
Yeah, 7 might be a little
So,
early,
we'll play it by ear, but I'm thinking of doing that. So we can sum up the show a little bit here. Bill had to eat crow because my Chiefs beat his Colts, so he ate some what do they call it? KFCF? Yeah. No, KCFC. Kansas City Fried Crow. Bill was eating over here.
Yummy.
You nibbled on that? Yeah, you can show the folks you were nibbling on some Kansas City Fried Crow. For you folks that are viewing. Otherwise, let's just say it's extra crispy. Look, I didn't say you had to eat any of it. It's cold now, isn't it? But
sometimes that's even better.
Where it came from. So Bill was a good sport about that. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, it was a tough week for you, and like we talked about the game already. So thanks for being a great sport about it. I do appreciate it. So we reviewed that. We talked about our football picks. Bill, if you want to go through them real fast, or I can. If from memory.
I got it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have the Rams plus 3.5 in the over. You have New Orleans minus 3.5 in the over. I have the Patriots plus 3 in the over, and Johnny's got Kansas City minus 3 in the over.
So right now, it's either I have the Chiefs against the Saints, right?
Yeah, you have the Chiefs and the Saints
And
in the
you
Super
have
Bowl.
and you have just the opposite. You have the Rams
I
and
have
the Patriots.
the Rams and the Patriots.
Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens, or if it's a mixture of all those things. We talked a little bit about some Phillies baseball, who they're going after. I saw the Red Sox are hoping that Pedroia gets healthy. They're looking to see what happens with him. They're not really pursuing Kimbrel. The Yankees, of course, they're still looking, but it looks like they're probably not going to go into the Harper sweepstakes. They're considering Machado. At least that's what was on MLB Network today. But they think that the Yankees aren't really going to go and do much more. They're getting ready to watch their salary cap, they said, for the next year or two. And the Red Sox may be doing the same thing.
Yeah, you got to see what other free agents are in the next year or two.
Yeah, because the cap's like 206, and both teams are already over that.
Right.
So they're watching that. So right now, I saw a list of the 10 teams that MLB thinks is going to be the best. MLB Network, I should say, think are going to be the best in each league. Which is, it's got a couple interesting teams in it. So if you get a chance, maybe go on MLB.com if you want to check out that. Let me see.
We also have the Flyers losing 2-1 to the Bruins.
All right.
Which is fine with me because
Okay,
lose for Hughes.
Lose for Hughes.
We want that #1 pick.
I was going to say, and what is his name?
Hughes.
Hughes. So there you go. Lose for Hughes. It's all over Philly right now. Lose for Hughes. And then you find out you get a lottery and you don't get him anyway.
And you don't get the pick.
Son of a bitch.
End up getting 5th pick.
We'll get him too. You know, so that's not going to go real well. Talk today was that with the Nick Foles situation in Philly is the quote unquote we're going to do what's best for the team.
Yeah, I think he's bye-bye.
I don't see him staying. You know what? I was going to bring this up earlier and I almost forgot. And we obviously can't spend a whole lot of time, but we'll spend a little bit. Here's the thing. You know how sometimes I've seen in baseball and sometimes in basketball and football, guys give up a little bit of their salary or restructure their contract for longer for the same money, so that some of that cap money can go to a guy. To me, here's a test. If that's something that the players would look at doing and saying, "Hey, we really like Nick Foles. Look, why don't you spread my money down the line and take a couple million from me now and put it toward whatever we need to keep him." Do people really don't not do that anymore very often?
I think they still do. I just think that $20 million for a backup is just insane.
Well, who put the price tag on? Did he say he was
well, no, because that's what it is with the last year. I mean,
yeah. Well, he may not take that much though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, well, you're right, but he did say
if they franchise them, they
did,
have to pay.
Right, they got to pay that, and he did say that he just doesn't want to go and start somewhere and be part of a winning team, but be the starter.
Right.
So.
But there's some teams out there.
He's a competitor. You can't
win.
Oh yeah.
You got the Giants. You got Jacksonville.
The Giants, I think. Jacksonville, Miami. They were talking about Miami today. There was somebody else I was thinking of the other day. I can't think of who it is. I like him better than Case Keenum in Denver. But
right.
You're not going to sit Keenum because of all the money you paid him.
Right.
So there's some guys. There's 3 or 4 teams out there that I think some of them that went to the younger quarterback can't give up on the younger quarterback yet. I mean, Buffalo can't, Arizona can't.
No, you draft
the Jets
them,
can't. So you've got some things, but I think Miami's a deal. The Giants. I thought about the Giants earlier today. If Eli retires, or if they can get him to retire, then they should jump on Foles. I think Foles will be great for the Giants' offense. He's got a running back in Barkley that's
got
good.
some weapons.
He's got some weapons, and that's all he needs. And he's good enough to, what they say, throw those guys.
And if they work on their
offensive line.
offensive
You
line.
get a Beckham, and who's on the other side?
Sterling Shepard.
Yep,
and tight end Ingram.
Yep. He can throw those guys open. They have enough speed that he could throw over them and they'll run under, and that's what he's good at.
You get Foles and work on that offensive line, the Giants.
I think the Giants could be really tough if you get him a line that he's got and he doesn't need his line. That's part of his game is getting rid of the ball quick. Wentz will hold it a little bit. Foles gets rid of it pretty quick, so I mean that might help the Giants with their offensive line situation as well. But they got to be careful how they handle the Eli situation.
Right.
PR in New York. I mean, we saw what happened when you benched him one game. Holy
that was stupid.
But the way the guy did it was
Smith,
absolutely
come
stupid.
on, man. I mean, if it was
a
young rookie
pick
guy,
the other guy, right? What was his name? Webb. Put him in.
But
let's see what he can do. Geno Smith. You already saw on the other side in the same stadium.
And I'm not a Giant fan, but that was stupid.
You saw him play with the Jets. He was not good. He sucked. I don't know how you could. I'm gonna bench Eli. All right, they're gonna go to the future and play Geno Smith. Oh, you're gonna be an asshole. There's nothing there. I couldn't believe it. So it's just ridiculous. Well, I think we got to get ready to wrap it up. So we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Margie's review of the Vice, I should say, which was about Dick Cheney, an Adam McKay movie. That kind of pokes some fun, a biopic, dark comedy kind of thing. She says, yes, definitely go see it. So if you get a chance, go ahead and let us know what you think about it. If you go out and see it, let us know. I went and saw Vice, it was pretty good. Or, I saw Vice, I was waiting to see a movie about hookers and drugs and shit. When it wasn't that, I'm like, I don't have any interest. I'm out. Come on. Vice, oh, look, an Atlantic City movie. Hey, look, something about Camden. Something like that. So once it wasn't set in New Jersey, I said, I don't know. But that's just me.
Hello, Tammy Lynn. What's she put? Oh, wee.
Huh?
Like
Oh, wee.
Oh, wee, boy.
Oh, wee, boy. Oh. So I want to thank everybody for watching tonight and listening. It's the Public John Podcast. You can find us on iTunes, the Public John Podcast, Facebook.com/the Public John, YouTube, the Public John Podcast channel, iTunes, Google Play. I'm all over the friggin' place. Kind of like, running dog shit. I think that was the name of a Native American girl I dated one time. Running dog shit.
Sitting bullshit.
Yeah, and she called me sitting asshole. So, there we go. So she goes, you sure you're not Native American? Why? Because you're a sitting asshole. Okay. Which I'm like, at least I wasn't a flaming asshole. Which means she didn't set me on fire. Woo! Not a hot time that I was looking forward to. So there we go, folks. So you can catch us all. Remember, Leatherhead Comedy Club, February 1st with headliner Dave D. You know yourself, he's a funny bastard. Only $10, brownpapertickets.com or at the door. We're going to have a lot of fun, more stuff coming out. We will talk to you sometime next week. I'll let you know who on the page and who the guest is. I want to thank my friend, my pal, Billy Smith, for being a good sport and B, having a lot of fun. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. We will see you soon. This has been the Public John Podcast on wildfireradio.com.
Good night. Right.
If we're still, you can cut us off there. Thanks, folks. Have a good night.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm on my fire. Trying to shut me off.
This one.
Is that not working to shut off? Nothing's shutting off. I feel like the machines are taking over, folks. If you're still watching this, it's because the machines are taking us over. Or is it two old guys trying to work technical equipment? And we shouldn't do that. So, I don't know what this one's doing. I swear. This one's got screens on it I've never seen before.